Or you want to play chess solo? Well, Cat's Gambit kind of does that. You're going to be using cards, going by a 4x4 grid, placing them kind of by like chess moves, trying to protect your queen. You also have some pawns that do some special things. Does all that sound interesting? Well, stick around after break. I'm going to show you how it plays, and then I'll tell you why I think you might want to back it. We are set up here for Cat's Gambit. So what you're going to do is you're going to randomly select 5 of the pawn cards. I will mention this is a prototype copy, so things are subject to change. But again, you grab 5 random pawns, set them off to the side. You're then going to put the queen with the 5 side up in the middle of the table. You're going to take the deck of the rest of the pieces, which are bishops, knights, rooks, and catkins, and you are going to shuffle them up, placing them next to the queen with the meeple on top, and you are ready to begin. You are going to draw the top card from the deck, you are going to look at it, and you are going to place it somewhere in the grid. You're going to place it, and based on its parameters down here, in relation to where the meeple is, you are going to not be able to exceed a 4x4 grid. Also, when you place it, it needs to either be orthogonally or diagonally adjacent to a previous card, including the queen and the deck of cards. So the catkin wants to be either anywhere orthogonally or diagonally from the meeple. The catkin is also the only one that can attack the queen and put them in check, so you do not want to place it that way. So in this instance, I could place this here. It is diagonally adjacent to this one. It is in a diagonal space from the meeple. And then you'd move the meeple onto the catkin. So say the only place I could put it would be here, if that was the case. The queen would be in check because it's in check if it is in an orthogonal or diagonal line from the catkin. If it is the first time that happens, you're going to flip the queen over to the one side. If it happens again, you are in checkmate and you have lost the game. But so in this instance, it's there. We move the meeple to there. After you place a card, you are then allowed to place one of the pawns orthogonally adjacent to where that meeple is, again obeying the 4x4 grid. And when you place it, you are going to do whatever the different abilities are on it. So let's go with the next card. Now this next card is a knight. This shows you basically where it can go based off of here. And then this one is an L movement. So it could be down 1, 2, and then over. So it could go here. It could 1, 1, 2. It could not go here because it is not adjacent to another card. But you are still in the 4x4 grid. 1, 2, you cannot go here because there's already a card here. 1, 2, again, not here. So you can place it here, again, moving the meeple. If you are not able to place a card, the game is over and you'll move on to scoring. We are able to go. So we go here. This is a rook. The rook is going to be as far as you want, orthogonally, left or right, up, down, horizontal, vertical, however you want to say it. So in this instance, I could go up to this spot. It is diagonally adjacent to a previously placed card. It is also orthogonal from the meeple. And it is adjacent, as I said, there. And we are within 1, 2, 3. We have a 4x4 grid. We could then move the meeple up to there. And then finally, you have the bishop. The bishop moves diagonal from where the meeple is. So in this instance, I could place it here. And I could place it here because 1, 2, 3, 4. We are within 4, but we obviously couldn't go here. So I could place it there and place that on there. You are going to keep going, placing cards, possibly placing pawns if you want, until either you've received checkmate, you're not legally able to place a card, or there is only one card left. You do not play that final card. If you did not have a checkmate, you are then going to move into scoring. For scoring, you are going to get points based on which side the queen is facing up. If she was right here, that is going to be a 5. Right here, it'd be worth 1. You are going to get points based on how many catkins have been played to the board, even if a pawn covers them by one of their abilities. If there's 1, it's 1, 3, 6, 10. If this last card is a catkin, which it is, you do not count that. So in this instance, if they're all out here, I'd have the 3, that'd be 6 points. You are going to get 5 points if the queen is in one of the middle 4 spaces, and then you're going to get -2 points for every pawn that you did not use. You're then going to total those scores up and see how well you did according to the table. So that is the basics of Cat's Gambit. Let's get into my thoughts on it. So there you have Cat's Gambit, aka Solo Chess Puzzle. At least that's what I'm calling it, a Solo Chess Puzzle. Because if that is what you're looking for, then this is definitely a campaign you are going to want to check out. The fact that they were able to distill chess down to just those few simple movements, doing a small grid so you're not getting overwhelmed with this massive area you have to contain, and then keeping that small area really impacts the decisions you need to make. Because there's going to be very few spots you're going to be able to place that catkin where it's not, diagonal or orthogonally adjacent to the queen. So making sure you leave those spots open, especially based on what's coming up. So you would think normally, well, it's all luck of the draw what pieces you get. In a realm, maybe a little bit, but you can have that plan and that layout of, if I move this here, then I know I can leave this spot open for this one and over to here. And then especially with those pawns, be able to maximize their special abilities to help mitigate what might happen with the draws, or to change where that pawn token or the meeple is. Because once you put the pawn token, the meeple moves to there. So if you weren't able to get exactly where you wanted, you play the pawn, that moves that meeple over slightly, so now you're set up for that different move. So you do have that feeling of that chess game of, setting up the next move, making sure you're outwitting your opponent. In this instance, the opponent is the catkins that are going to be coming up because you don't want them to put your queen in check. So really be able to manipulate that little puzzle. And because it's a 4x4 grid, small box, all that, this is, again, an easy portable one you can put in your pocket, go, and just play basically anywhere because it's, not that big of an area that you're dealing with. So as to why you might want to back it, you might want to back this if you are into solo games, if you are into small puzzle games, if you are into quick games that are all about manipulating a spatial area, if you are into cats, or if you are just into chess. All of those are reasons why you might want to back Cat's Gambit. If you are more interested in finding out more, you are able to go down below, hit the link to check out the campaign. While down there, I would appreciate if you could hit like, subscribe, comment, share, ring the bell. Let me know what your favorite chess piece is. That'd be an interesting realm of discussion. Anyways, or you can help support the channel by joining our Patreon, hitting up our Ko-fi, or joining the channel to get exclusive member perks. Alrighty, so go check out that campaign.